everyone, this video is going to be about my June to be read pile, or TBR pile, as it is known in the book world. But yeah, so just quickly, some of the books that I will, the books that I will attempt to get through during June. So if you've watched my other video, you'll know that for the Charlie Book Club June, I'm going to be reading the Priory of the Orange Tree. There you go. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This one is an absolute monster, as you can see. It's just over 800 pages, I think. It's about, what is it about? It's about dragons, and I love dragons. So yeah, we're going to be really focusing on that. But no, it's about dragons. It's got strong female leads. There's like a queendom going on. It's focused on kind of like, sorry, not focused, but like based on historical events, themes. So like people are meant to be other people kind of thing. Which is kind of good, which isn't a rob of what's going on, but it's very intricate, it's very dense. I have started it already, each bit at a time, and it is really very intriguing. Anyone who is a fan of Game of Thrones, or they're the obvious ones, but Lord of the Rings, things that are written very intricately, then this is definitely for you. Next I've got one of the, well, it's not the latest because one is actually coming out, but I've got Gallery of the Dead by Chris Carter. So obviously this strays away from my fantasy, YA fantasy element, but this, I am a massive Chris Carter fan. I had his, I got his first book, The Crucifix Killer, way back while I was still in uni, I think, and it was absolutely great. It was one of the first kind of crime thriller novels that I'd ever read, and it was really exciting, really gory. It's about a police officer called Robert Hunter, and he lives and works in LA, and he is the head of a made-up unit, but it's called the Ultra Crimes Unit? Ultra Violent Crimes Unit. Yeah, so he specializes in serial killers that do absolute madness. Even though they are joined by Robert, sorry, connected by Robert, you can read them as standalone books, which is really good. It came out, I want to say 2 years ago, and I still haven't read it, but now that we're jumping on to, you know, getting more back into my reading and writing and stuff like that, I am definitely going to finish this one. Is this the one I got signed? Yes, it is. This is the one I got signed. So this is when I met Chris. Love him. Yeah, so that's good. Next, we've got The Cruel Prince. This is definitely the one that's been on so many people's lists who have already read it. I imagine this was just in my book haul, so I had to catch up, as it were. I've already started it, and I will say, not really sure what the hype is just now, but I'm only on like chapter 4, so I'm gonna leave it at that. This one is about a young girl whose parents were murdered by a fairy, and in this set of books, you know, fairies are like fae, elves, grown people, not, you know, not fairies. And she is subsequently taken to fairyland and has to kind of like, you know, navigate her way there because she's mortal and they don't really like her. But the setup is that she's gonna either fancy, fall in love, really get involved, you know, the trope, with this prince who is really mean for reasons we don't know yet, but he's really mean. And because of that, because I do have a book haul, the other book, sorry, I feel like I'm rushing, but some of these you've already read. I've put The Wicked King onto my TBR because I'll probably finish that one really quickly because it's a really quick read, really simple read, so it shouldn't be too hard to get through, we say now. But yeah, so it's kind of, you know, the foreshadowing, you know, at one point she says something like, oh my gosh, because there's like 5 siblings above him, he's almost never going to rule. Yes, he is. So that's this guy. So that is the other book. And then lastly, I put lastly because Priory is massive. Gallery, yeah. So I'm not going to be one of those people that tries to overexert myself, for one. 2, thinks that I'm a super reader, because I'm not. And 3, no, I just don't have time. But my last one in my June to be read is 6 of Crows. So another one that has actually been ranted and raved about, that people really, really love. I heard it's the better of the just Shadow and Bone trilogy, and apparently those aren't great. But apparently these ones have surpassed that, so I went to go and read with these first. 6 of Crows, not entirely sure what this one's about, but it was a stockpiler. I had to have it. It's part of the YA fantasy thing you must have read, apparently. Yeah, so that's the last one. So as a, a recap. Priory of the Orange Tree. Gallery of the Dead. The Cruel Prince, Holly Black. The Wicked King, Holly Black. 6 of Crows, Leigh Bardugo. Yeah, Bardugo. Whichever one. I've actually got Crooked Kingdom, which is the second book. I took pictures of those, but as I said, I doubt I'm going to be able to get there. If I do, then it will be fabulous, but no. So let me know if you're going to be reading any of these or have read any of these. Get in touch on my Instagram or Twitter or YouTube in the comments below, as they say. I'm really looking forward to the Priory of the Orange Tree is in fact the Charlie Book Club selection, as I said at the beginning. So definitely that one I want to get more people involved in, and we'll talk and discuss about that at the end of June, which is probably definitely going to take because there are so many pages. If anybody is getting involved with Charlie Book Club, please do let me know, because it'd be really good to have a book buddy to be like, oh my gosh, did you reach chapter 72 or whatever. So that would be awesome. And yeah, until next time.